Hello, hello. This is Robert Polenick, the owner of Brutal Iron Gym, and I'm here with my mom. And hey, this is a mirror. So I'm going to have you now come on over and I will stand in the mirror. So what I want you to do is do 10 reps like we talked about looking at the mirror, then 10 without. So what we were talking about was how to do movements where you do like a RDL, stiff leg deadlift, regular deadlift, anything where a person's bent over, like even a bent over dumbbell row. How do we get the lower back to not arch and cause lower back pain? So right now my mom is actually looking at herself in the mirror and she's working on rotating her hips under and arch. So under and arch. So it's kind of like tucking your hips and then you arch your back. What this is going to do, this is going to let her feel the muscles that actually control that movement. She's going to do 10 while she looks in the mirror. Then when she's ready, she would look away from the mirror and see if she can do the same sensation without the visual aid. So you'll see she's doing a little bit better. There you go. So what will sometimes happen is people will start to straighten their legs, or they'll just kind of lose the positioning a little bit. As a coach, you could tell them to look back into the mirror if you see them changing position, or as yourself, maybe after like 5 reps, you would look back in the mirror again. So what this does is this gives you awareness of your hips. Then what we can do is, good job, Mom. So we'll have her come on over and go ahead and pick up the purple one, this heavy 44, and go ahead and take it over by the mirror again. And we'll have her do the same thing. So she's going to check herself, looking in the mirror, see if she's doing it well for 5 reps, and then look at the floor for 5 reps. So you have to tuck under, not just extend the legs. So look in the mirror. So you can see how this is not allowing her to tuck. Go ahead and set the weight down. So what happens is it's too heavy. So let's grab the gray and silver one. So if you look at that in the video, she was basically just extending her legs rather than actually allowing her hips to rotate. That means the weight load was too heavy for her muscles. So we try a lighter weight, and then this is going to be light enough that she can still get some rotation. So you need to tuck your hips, then arch back. Uh-oh, we're still not doing it right. Gotta get rid of the kettlebell.
They're worn out.
Yeah. Well, let's try it again, just body weight. Just body weight. So this is a problem people have, is the lack of awareness of what their hips are doing. So when they go to do those movements we talked about, the ones we listed, they'll say their lower back hurts. So there you go. Keep trying it. There, you can see she's starting to get a little bit better back into rotation. If somebody were to totally lose the ability, or you can't find it in that position, go ahead and stand straight up now. Now, do it the same way. So do it standing straight up, but see if you can rotate and tuck, rotate and tuck. Nope. Okay, you're going to film me. Okay. Keep filming. You got to face towards you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hello. So this is actually a really good example. Like a good thing of what you're seeing is that it is hard for people to get this position. So what we would do is standing, you would want to go ahead and work on lifting your butt up to the ceiling like somebody's pulling a string from the butt. Then you try to tuck it under. Then pull the string, tuck it under. So you should be able to rotate your hips standing. If we can do that, we then get into a bent position, and we want to do the same thing. I would arch as far as I could, and then I would tuck my hips up, and arch, and tuck, arch, and tuck. Then once I did, I could arch as hard as I can, and then try to come under a little bit, and then feel myself try to pull my ab muscles in to hold that position. So I would mimic the sensation of holding the P. If I were to try to stop myself from peeing, I'll do that sensation. Then I'll pull my lower belly inward, like I'm trying to touch it to my backbone. That allows me to hold this position. Because if I arch really hard, I have to undo those things in my belly to get to that position. So if I tuck my arch in a little bit, then I hold the P, pull my belly button in, now I'm locked in that position. So now I can bend over and stand up without my lower back arching. So what it would look like in a negative way would be this, and then stand up, or it'd be here, and then the person would tuck under and here, or they would stay in that arch the whole time. So if we go from the arch, come down a little bit, hold the P, pull the belly button in, that locks me in place. Now I can go up and down without that arch in my back. I can even grab a weight and do the same thing. So you gotta practice standing, doing the up, down, practice bend over, arch, tuck, arch, tuck. Then you can arch, pull somewhere in the middle, hold the P, belly button in, and then try to do the movements of a stiff leg deadlift or an RDL. See if you can maintain that positioning. Once you can, you would go ahead and start loading it. So, if you're having trouble identifying hip positioning and you feel your lower back strained in a lot of those type of bent over movements, give this a try and see if you can help you identify how to move your hips, and over time you can strengthen that position. Okay, thank you. Okay, another drill we can do is what's called a pick up. Now we're going to do this with a kettlebell, but you can do it with a heavy dumbbell, even a barbell with weights inside. But we're actually just going to pick up something about an inch off the ground, and we're going to compare the positions of an arched back versus a braced position. So a bad position, what we're trying to fight against, is having our back really arched. So if I were to try to pick this up with an arched back by lifting my chest like this, where my back is very arched, that's a lot of pressure in my lower back, and that will not feel comfortable. So, if you're unsure of that position, you can hold up something pretty heavy, or try to hold something for say 10, 20 seconds, and you'll feel that there's a lot of pressure in your lower back when you do that. So that's what we're trying to correct. So we talked about the drill where we would stand and we would extend our arch, tuck, extend, tuck, and once we arch, we would then want to pull into the middle position. We would want to hold our P, pull the belly button in. That's going to hold us in a nice position. From there, I would bend my legs, I would pick up the weight, and now I can hold this position. You can even see I can keep my hand away, because all the weight now is being held in my thighs and my glutes, not in my lower back. So this is a way you can contrast the feelings. So one way is an arched back, lifting with our chest up, and this is very uncomfortable in your lower back. Or you would find that middle position, hold the P, belly button in, you then pick up, and you can hold this forever. So this is another drill you can add to give you a feeling of contrasting the positions and learning how to brace and stabilize your hips in a more neutral position. Okay, give that a try.